Nearly 300 educators throughout the United States were nominated for the 2012 Professor of the Year Awards based on a thorough review of the nominating materials, including curriculum vitae, teaching logs, and personal statements. Independent judges from across the country selected 31 state winners and 4 national winners. Our winners will humbly protest that they are not the exception but the rule when it comes to America's professoriate. And while I would agree that our nation enjoys an extraordinary pool of talented professors, those we honor today are truly exceptional, truly outstanding in their field. They are exceptional for their approach to the classroom experience, an approach that is intentional, innovative, and inspirational. What do I mean by intentional? I mean these professors do not believe that learning just happens. They see learning as a process that can be guided and even driven through the strategic use of multiple tools and carefully designed pedagogies. They are intentional about setting forth defined learning outcomes and deploying multiple tested techniques to help students achieve them. What do I mean by innovative? I mean these professors go far beyond traditional classroom lectures to use online self-assessment tools, social media, in-classroom personal response systems, and many other interactive methods to engage students in the learning process. They also engage students in problem solving by using real-world examples that provide the context and the impact so critical to effective learning. What do I mean by inspirational? I mean these professors exhibit not only great knowledge of their subject matter, but also great passion for teaching, for their own lifelong learning, and for making a difference in the lives of their students. Today, we applaud these intentional, innovative, and inspiring educators. We applaud their belief in a learning process that involves mutual discovery and their dedication to the principle that knowledge liberates, empowers, and humanizes us. And so it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the 2012 State Professors of the Year who are with us this afternoon. The state winners were ranked by our judges in the top tier of all nominees nationally and at the very top of the list within their respective states. I am really delighted that 27 of our 31 state winners were able to join us at this luncheon. As I read their names, I'd like to ask each winner to stand and remain standing until all names have been read. And I'd like to ask our audience to please hold your applause until all of our state winners are standing. I'm going to introduce them to you in alphabetical order by their home state. So with apologies to the Arkansas winner, who's going to have to stand through all 27, I would like to introduce our winner from Arkansas, Stephanie Vanderslice, Professor, Department of Writing, University of Central Arkansas. From Colorado, Barry Fagan, Professor of Computer Science, U.S. Air Force Academy. From the District of Columbia, Patrick Thaddeus Jackson, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies, School of International Service, American University. From Florida, Pat Anderson, Professor of Aerospace Engineering, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. From Georgia, Judith Lupo-Wold, Clinical Professor and Interim Associate Dean for Educational Innovation, Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing, Emory University. From Illinois, Gary Creasy, Professor of Psychology and Assistant Director of the U.S. Department of Education Teacher Plus Project, Illinois State University. From Indiana, Michelle T. Valinsky, Hiram L. Joam Professor and Associate Professor of Economics and Management and Co-Director of the Environmental Fellows Program, DePaul University. From Kentucky, Tom McCullough, Nelson and Martha McDowell Rhodes Professor of Religion, Center College. From Maryland, John Hammond, Professor and Chair, Germantown Mathematics Department, Montgomery College. From Massachusetts, Michael Barnett, Associate Professor of Science Education and Technology, Lynch School of Education, Boston College. From Michigan, Stephen DeBacker, Arthur F. Thurnau Professor of Mathematics, University of Michigan. From Missouri, Eric William Nelson, Professor of History, Missouri State University. From Montana, Michael W. Morrow, Professor of Biology, University of Montana Western. From Nebraska, Rita M. Lester, Professor of Religion, Nebraska Wesleyan University. From Nevada, Alfredo Fernandez Gonzalez, Associate Professor of Architecture and Director, Natural Energies Advanced Technologies Laboratory, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. From New Jersey, Kent D. Fairfield, Associate Professor of Management, Silberman College of Business, Fairleigh Dickinson University. From New Mexico, Kenneth J. Martin, Regents Professor of Finance, New Mexico University. From New York, Rees Shad, Coordinator of the Media Design Programs, Hostos Community College of the City University of New York. From Ohio, Jillian Oakenfull, Associate Professor and Director of Experiential Learning, Department of Marketing, Miami University. From Oregon, Juliet W. Brosing, Professor of Physics, Pacific University. From South Carolina, Allison K. Reed, Reeves Family Professor of Psychology, Wofford College. From Tennessee, Mike Pinter, Director of the Teaching Center and Professor of Mathematics, Belmont University. From Texas, Greg Sherman, Professor of Physics, Collin College. From Utah, Michael Christensen, Professor of Music and Director of Guitar Studies, Utah State University. From Virginia, Robert Swap, Research Associate Professor, Department of Environmental Sciences, University of Virginia. From Washington, Carl Fields, Professor of Politics and Government and Asian Studies, University of Puget Sound. And from West Virginia, Dan Hollis, Associate Professor of Journalism and Mass Communications, Marshall University. Please join me in applauding the 2012 State Professors of the Year. And yes, Stephanie, you may now sit down. If I could ask a favor of the professors going forward, if you could shorten your titles, it would help. Yeah, exactly.